Garantie.
Vous êtes sur Vie Garantie et on va parler en anglais parce que j'ai des invités américains. Hi Tony and Remi.
Hi, thank
Bonjour.
you for having us. Bonjour.
Bonjour. You're from New York and you're artists, both of you. And
Oui.
oui. And we just heard some track from you, Tony, right?
That is correct, yes.
Do you want to talk about?
Sure. So I have some songs that I produced. It's a project that I've been doing for quite a long time, and it's changed names quite a few times. It's called Abandonment Band. It's just me, though, so that's funny. And yeah, I think it started off with, me messing around with a very early iteration of Pro Tools and an MPC and a Nord Lead 2, and really kind of just, really opened up my mind to, the possibilities within, electronic music, but also, a variety of other types of genres of music. And
yeah, there was some sort of jazz, I guess.
Yeah, I love jazz music. I was, my first instrument was bass, and I was, taught, I learned bass clef. My first obsession was Jocko and Weather Report, so like some jazz fusion. And I kind of branched out from there into some more, free jazz, things like that. And kind of where free jazz and like contemporary, like classical music kind of converge. This next track probably sounds a little more like maybe like a DJ Screw kind of vibe. This is a very old track, but I busted out a lot of different things for you today.
Okay. Do you want to hear it now and we can talk later?
I don't know how this works.
It's pretty improvised, to be honest.
It's like jazz.
Yeah.
It's
Definitely.
And you, Remi, you're also an artist. We share the lineup of an exhibition tomorrow, actually, but as it's pre-recorded, it's gonna be done when you see that. But anyway, you're a dancer.
Yeah, I'm a dancer and a choreographer. I think that is my preferred medium. I've dabbled in music, but not to the extent of you two amazing artists. But movement has always been the thing that I found helps me express myself the fullest. So it's always been the thing I go to when I feel like I want to be creative. I also work as a curator and a creative producer. So I generally am on the other side talking about other artists and their work. So this is a treat to kind of talk about our stuff.
Cool. I'm glad you're here.
Which I just, I have to say, as her partner also in life, I sympathize. It seems it seems quite it can be quite stifling sometimes for you. I see that, but God bless you. Whatever. God.
Somebody's got to do it.
That's right. That's right.
So next track is what?
This is like kind of a two-parter, which I have to say I was kind of happy when I started noticing that like popular like hip hop artists, like specifically someone that comes to mind is like Tyler the Creator, where like he has these like two-parter songs that are like completely different things. Because I kind of had been doing that a little bit when I was younger, and people were like, "What the hell are you doing?" And like, it was kind of felt like vindication to see this kind of becoming like a thing that people weren't scared to do because the format, the form and the content, the form part can be a little bit restrictive. So yeah, this is like a two-parter, so it's going to change quite a bit. But
Tony, what's the name of this track?
It's called Higher Hope / Land Rover.
So this track was pretty atmospheric, but in 2 parts.
Yeah, absolutely.
You used, you said synthesizers and MPC sampler.
Yeah, that's definitely an older track. So I was using an MPC 1000 and a Nord Lead 2. Sometimes it gets difficult to decipher after, you know, all these years, like what I played on a keyboard and what I sampled in terms of like the actual, you know, music. Some of it could sound like a synthesizer, but it might have been sampled from any number of sources. So it's,
Or
sometimes it's a little
an actual record, or
yeah, I would sample from records, tapes, you know, digital, anything really.
yeah. And you play live too, right?
With this project, I've done it live. It's not so exciting. I played it. I think, like, you know, standing in front of a computer sometimes for me, especially after coming from like a more traditional music background in terms of like playing live and playing with bands, and playing more. I would say rock music, but I think that is you know. It wasn't just that. It was always playing live with bands, with other people, with live drums, guitars, and a number of other things. So playing live by myself kind of always felt like a little naked up there. But I've started to kind of do it a little bit again. Recently in New York, I played a few shows solo with just an acoustic guitar and a few pedals, like a loop pedal. Akai, shout out Akai, my favorite company. They make the MPC. They also make the Head Rush, which I think is the coolest loop pedal because it's so bare bones. I think you really have to be a player. Shout out Ian Williams from Battles and formerly of Don Caballero, who got me into those. I think he uses like 2 or 3. I might be wrong about that, but he definitely uses those and kind of inspired me at a young age to get those and use them with guitar. And then I kind of branched out, and actually in our performance for the show, I'm going to use one, but use it with a contact microphone and kind of just loop different sounds and things, no guitar. So.
And in Paris, you're gonna play live actually in this exhibition that you're a part of.
The plan is
Remi.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk more about that, Remi? So I don't have to talk.
Yeah, so you don't have to talk. Yeah, when we were first talking to you, Marion, about this show, we definitely know we wanted to include a dance, and I knew I wanted to make sure that what I did in terms of movement was a response to both of your artworks. And then Tony would just always send me different tracks and just kind of get my feedback on, is this something that you'd want to move to? And, I'd want to move to all of them, but we actually kind of narrowed down 5 tracks that we want to include in this exhibition, with Tony playing live and me dancing. It'll be a mix of different scores. So the way I kind of arrange movement is I use different exercises to kind of generate some movement. Then I have kind of like benchmarks of things that I know I want to do within this score. And I kind of use it as like a map, so like a dance improv map. And that's what I've been doing the last couple of years with different collaborators and different movers and in different projects. So I wanted to bring that approach to this exhibition. It's tonight we're going to do the install, and I'll see everything in the space all together and really get inspired. I love working in a site-specific kind of way of waiting until I'm in the actual space with the things I'll be dancing with to kind of see how I respond to it, taking that information in and synthesizing it in my own body, and then having an output of movement from it. So, and this is kind of the first time we've worked together in this capacity. I've always danced to Tony's music in my in my own rehearsals, but we've never performed in this way. So this is really exciting.
Just remember, there's visual artwork too, and Marion had said you worked at the Modern Art Museum, and what do we say? Don't touch the work.
Don't touch the work.
Don't touch the work, but it's already too late, right?
It's already
you're
too
already
late.
Responding to somebody touching the work.
Yeah, of course. Worst job ever I've done.
Really?
Yeah, really. Because you just wait. You just wait on a chair, and you can't check your phone, or you have to just stay silent and just wait for the hour to go. And it's really obnoxious.
It's the longest day.
Yeah. So anyway, you're also, Tony, a teacher, right?
Yes, I am a reading teacher. I teach in Harlem, in New York. I teach 5th grade, and it is very different than this. It's very different than being an artist, but I've been doing it for quite a long time, and I love it. I love my kids. Shout out Harlem.
Shout out to all the teachers.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We need more. I was trying to recruit people last night at the bar, and it's funny because when you introduced me, and then everybody's like, "Oh, you're an art teacher because you're an artist and you're a teacher," and I'm like, "No, I can't be an art teacher. I'm not trained like that." But I've worked with some brilliant art teachers and music teachers. People will also think I'm a music teacher, but no, I'm a reading specialist is my title. So I help kids learn how to be better readers, and it's
important.
It's important, and it can be difficult. It can be beautiful. It's it's kind of it's a bit of a metaphor for life and art and all that shit. So
let's go back to the music and what do you want to make us listen to?
So force. I'm going to hold you down. So when we were talking about doing this performance that we're going to do, it's actually a bit of a shout out Mario Davidovsky, who through his series Synchronisms was the first person ever to have live musicians responding to pre-recorded music. And so that's kind of what we're doing. And I made a bunch of these tracks, and these are these things that I was sending back and forth to Remi. We're not going to play any of the ones we're using tomorrow because I hate being redundant. These are some other tracks that we made that I think are, they feel like fully realized tracks. I'm going to play 2 right now. The first one is called Popple Vokes, and it has, it features Isabel Crespo Pardo, who is probably the best singer for my money in New York right now working. They are absolutely brilliant. I was lucky enough to have them play on a few tracks for me, and we saw them open for Deerhoof at Pioneer Works, and that was also incredible. Just absolutely brilliant. So they are on this first track, and then I'll play 2 tracks. The second one is called Sit, Kalimba. And again, these were tracks that were produced more recently and were made with movement in mind.
With Remi?
With Remi, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's listen.
Rinse.
that was... Yeah?
Yeah.
No, I mean, that was what's the title?
That last one with the kalimbas was called Sit Kalimba, because I sat and I played the kalimba and I came up with those melodies. Like I was saying, on a Roland, like a digital Roland Juno, which is a very versatile keyboard. It has all kinds of different sounds. It's what I'm using these days. Rest in peace to my Nord. I don't know where it is, but hope somebody's still using it and enjoying it.
You were saying also, because there's this modular synth that is popping up, I mean, since quite some years, but you don't mess with it, right?
It is above my IQ/pay grade. Yeah, those
and it's
things,
expensive also.
It's very expensive, and they scare me, quite frankly. I have a number of friends that use them. Shout out Nukwatch. We were lucky enough last night. You know, being in Paris is so crazy for us, knucklehead Americans. But then we went to a bar last night, and somebody randomly told us that, oh yeah, there are people from New York here playing tonight. And it was Nukwatch, who are just such an awesome New York outfit, and they use all kinds of, modular stuff, and they look like, like kind of like mad scientists up there, and it's really cool and inspiring. But yeah, it's not my world.
Yeah, there was also Sean McBride from Xeno and Aucklander and Martial Cantrell, who was there last night, and he uses also really a lot of modular synths. And anyway, did you have fun?
Last night was a lot of fun. I think we had a little too much fun, but no, it's great. We're very lucky in our neighborhood. We live in Ridgewood, Queens. We have a music venue that's 2 blocks away, so we get to go to concerts all the time.
What did you see?
Oh, I haven't been in a little bit. What was the last thing I saw? I saw Sun Ra. That was my favorite, I think, concert I've seen at that space, Sun Ra Orchestra.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was incredible. They're phenomenal. I've seen them a few times now, but having them in your neighborhood is quite spectacular.
Yeah, I bet.
Smoking with Marshall Allen out in the back.
The man is 100 years old, and
I think he's 102 now.
I think, yeah, he actually might be 102. Yeah.
Yeah, Sun Ra Orchestra, probably the greatest American band ever. I think I could say that comfortably. I have some American friends who might say, the Grateful Dead or something silly like that, but I'm gonna have to go with Sun Ra Orchestra. Where's Jordan? So yeah, it's really cool. And I was just there. I saw Martin Rev from Suicide, and he's, just so loud. It was such like a visceral show. Visuals were amazing, and yeah, I think that living in New York that's for someone, for people like us, that's the whole thing, being able to have constant access to those types of things, and I try to never take it for granted, and also I would be remiss if I didn't shout out our New York Knicks. After 53 years of a championship drought, we brought home the trophy this year, and it was quite a run, and it was quite a time, and I believe we came home after it was all over, and Remi said, I need to dry out a little. I didn't give my liver a break because it was intense. But then we went right into the World Cup. So
yeah.
And
yeah, here it's a soccer.
Yeah, and we were talking about how it's funny because the time difference is like, everybody over here is so fanatical about soccer, but these games are starting at 2 in the morning over here when some of these games started. They don't care. They're like, it's great.
What's next?
Yeah, let's do some more music from the kind of stuff that I said I was producing with movement in mind, and specifically, kind of things that I was sending to Remi, and we were kind of going back and forth about them. I'll play 2 short tracks. This one's called Seventh World Tries, and the second one is called Bus Dream.
Rinse.
It reminded me of Robert Fripp.
Robert Fripp is. Am I on? I don't even know. All right. Yeah, you know, I love Robert Fripp.
Yeah, you're into Brian Eno and others.
Yeah, of course. I think, some of. It's hard to say what was like my earliest exposure to like the first time you hear like weird music, right?
And British music.
Well, British music, there was never in short supply. Americans love old British rock and roll, old British dudes that, slept with teenagers. Yeah, I'll say it. I'll fucking say it. Can I curse on here?
Apparently.
Oh no. Sorry. Yeah, I love Brian Eno and Robert Fripp. I think Robert Fripp is the best guitar player ever.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's John Fahey.
Mm-hmm.
John Fahey is extremely important also. And I was so glad you bought that Shane Parrish record.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. It's a cover of, not a cover, an interpretation of Autechre.
An entire record of interpreting Autechre songs on an acoustic guitar, which is just it's one of the more bonkers, musical feats I've seen someone attempt and just absolutely nail it. And if you go back further, he's been doing that. I mean, he did a covers record called Repertoire where he does like some jazz tunes, but he does what is that Aphex Twin song? Is it April 16th, or it's like a date? And it's like a piano, and he does that song on acoustic guitar, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Just really, really absolutely brilliant stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What's next?
We're going right back in?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, or you want to talk about something else?
Yeah, I'm taking over the show. No, I just think that, it's always really nice to hear, somebody compare anything that I've done to to musicians that I look up to. So thank you, and I did. Yeah, I wanted to talk. I wanted to highlight that. So yeah, here's an older track that it's called Classical Track. So creative. This was this is quite an old track that I believe I produced with my sampler and some samples of like clarinets and like bass clarinets, and I really liked the idea of like composing in that way with the sampler and being able to really exploit that technology and sound like more than one person. So
you studied music too, or
I did. Yes.
You know how to read music?
That I know how to read music, but in terms of like sight reading now, like I couldn't be in like the New York Philharmonic and sit there and just sight read, but I can slowly read music and then get it. I used to be able to sight read music on bass, and I could sit and play like my teacher used to make me play like Bach on the electric bass.
Wow.
But that is a muscle that you lose if you don't exercise it, unfortunately, and I've kind of branched off. I think very early on I wanted to use music as like a vehicle to be creative and make my own music, and I was never not my thing. I didn't want to do that, and also again, it's extremely difficult to be a musician of that caliber, and I think I just went I had a different trajectory. But so yes, this is a classical track called Classical Track.
This reminded me of Tara Clarkin Trio, some Bristol band from now that uses a lot of clarinet.
Oh, okay, cool.
You have to discover it, I guess. I can show you the record.
Yeah, we got a lot of work to do later, so we'll be listening to music on that huge PA. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know, the show is almost over, I guess, but we can say some 10 minutes left. So what do you want to listen to?
I could see what I have on here. I don't have much, unfortunately. This is a computer that I don't have a lot of stuff on my iTunes. It's a lot of different mixes of things that I'm working on. but yeah, I can find something. Let's see. So do we want to sign off and then we'll play one last song? Is that how it goes? Is that how it works?
Yeah, one last song. How much time do we in?
5 minutes.
5 minutes, okay. Yeah, you can choose something.
Okay, do we want to say goodbye? And thank you for having us.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us. This has been a special treat.
Thank you for being here.
Yes, it was wonderful. All right, we'll do one last tune. This might be one of my favorite songs of all time, and it's funny that there's only a handful of songs on here, and of course this is one of them, so here we go.
song. I'm the light.